1-800-947-AUTO. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Welcome back here, What's Cooking program, nationwide, coast to coast, CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn. Paul Stern, some fun in the studio there, Paul Stern. You making wine?
Indeed, we're having a lot of fun because we got a couple of people that have a great story. Jody and Emily Toe. For anybody that's interested in wine and particularly maybe even kind of doing it yourself, well, we got a couple here that exactly just did just that.
So they're known as, what do we call them now?
Well, I guess the term garage winemaker is I guess, the fashionable term, but even more fashionable, the term is it garagistes?
Garagistes is how they say it in France.
Is that right?
How do they say that?
Well, I wouldn't trust my accent, but I've been told by a native French speaker, garagistes.
Garagistes.
So this is a practice that isn't exactly brand new.
No, it isn't.
All right, so Jody and Emily, welcome to the broadcast. How did you guys get involved in this whole garage winemaking business?
Well, we started visiting the Central Coast and just fell in love with wine and had some friends up in the area, and they invited us up to partake in a harvest, and we decided to take them up on it, and then we just kind of fell in love with it from there. And
so you learned by actually watching it with a friend that was a winemaker?
Yes.
And the winemaker, can we mention the winery?
Sure, it was from Tanterra.
Tanterra, that's good stuff. Jeff out there, Jeff Fink and the guys putting that together. Did Jeff actually tutor you on making wine?
Yeah, he and a few of the other people working there definitely got us going.
Okay, so you go up there, and Emily, you go up there, and what was your job during the actual first harvest that you and Jody participated in?
Well, there were a number of jobs. I worked the sorting line 10 feet up. The grapes come on a forklift, and they dump them in by the ton. So you've got a huge forklift, a giant bin coming down, and you're holding a shovel and just hoping that you'll be able to contain the flow. And so it comes down, and then you're sorting through them. So, there's the grapes that might be a little moldy that you're tossing out. You're trying to get rid of bugs, of leaves, anything like that. So it's kind of an immediate, there's no room for keeping yourself clean. You go in hands and head first.
So it's down and dirty kind of work, right?
Absolutely.
All right, and Jody, what was your job when you were doing the whole thing?
Besides sorting along with Emily, I also moving bins around and maybe dry icing of the fruit here and there that might be a little warm, running the fruit into the destemmer so that you can get the fruit ready in the bin to ferment later on.
Let's go back to Emily. So then what was it, Emily, the moment of recognition for you that you said, hey, this is it, we got to start making our own wine?
Well, there was an aha moment during harvest when the sun was just shining down, and I was sticky as could be, and it was just such a connection to wine that I had never felt before. It's great to drink it and to talk about it and to enjoy it with friends, but until you really see where it comes from the very start, these are grapes that have just been picked hours before that you have your hands on, and it was such an incredible feeling that
so you liked
planted
the
a seed.
fact of being sticky was the thing that was the
I really enjoyed it.
You did, and Jody, was that a crowning moment for you too when you were sticky as well?
I think being sticky and then at the end of the day just being totally spent from all the hard work and realizing that how rewarding it's going to end up being was kind of the draw.
Okay, so Emily, though, how do you start making your own wine? I mean, you start right after that. You said next year we're doing our own wine.
Well, the seed was planted,
Excuse me, Emily. I'm very enamored with our camera operator. Who's been able, I can't believe this guy sleeps most of the time on the show, but he's been able to get good shots of both you, Emily, and you, Jody. This is incredible. Can we tighten that shot up just a touch, a little bit, camera 3? Thank you. Okay, so Jody, go ahead. When did you start making your own wine then?
Oh, all right, so we started in the 09 vintage, and we got our fruit from the Santa Barbara Highlands. The vineyard manager, Lino Bazzano, was able to find some fruit for us, and that's we've had a lot of logistics that we had to get ready for to get this great fruit that is a really nice vineyard, and find a way to get it back home and process it and start from there.
And Emily, let's go back to that tight shot again of Emily. And Emily, if we can, the Highlands area of Santa Barbara, where is that located?
That's in New Cuyama, so it's the easternmost point in the Santa Barbara County appellation, and the vineyard where we got the fruit, they call it the Mesa, and at 3,200 feet, it's the highest vineyard site in all of Santa Barbara County.
Okay,
so it's a
the
special
high
place.
vineyard. Okay, it's in the Mesa. So what are you guys making? What wines?
Well, our 09 vintage, we have a 100% Grenache. It's called La Paloma Libresca. Beautiful fruit, really, really just a nice...
It's called, what's the name of it again?
La Paloma Libresca.
And what does that mean?
That means the bookish dove in Spanish.
The
And
bookish dove?
you know, it's funny the way that the names of wine will come
Excuse
to
me,
you.
we get a camera operator. Can we just put both cameras on Jody then right now? I mean, on Emily, please. Thank
What are
you
you
so much.
stopping,
I'm
Mike?
just stopping. Just go ahead. We have a camera operator going nuts in the studio today. I'm telling you.
heaven's sake.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Emily. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, the naming process is an interesting one. It's kind of, I guess, not dissimilar to the way that you come up with a name for a child. You kind of see what their personality's like and how they speak to you and what you want them to be known by for the rest of their life. And with this wine, it was just a special barrel. We had 2 barrels of Grenache, and this one was just something about it. It was beautiful and lush and fun, but it also had this backbone that made you think, you know what, this isn't just a party girl. She goes to the library.
You've thought this out a little bit. This is like we could write a novel on this. Now, are you two like? How did you have your passion for wine? Are you married? The husband and wife here? A boyfriend, girlfriend, friends? What's the deal?
We've been married since 1997.
So you have loved going to wine country, and that's been kind of a passion of yours, right?
Yes.
All right. So when we get back here, Jody and Emily are here with us, and they're known as La Garichas. Is that correct?
Something like that.
Give it to me. I'm not.
Garajistas.
Garajistas. When we come back, I want to find out a little bit about since you're married now, let's find out who the winemaker is and who gives the rules and the regulations on making the wine. We'll get that for you straight ahead on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Howard Dvorkin, the founder of Consolidated